Hello and welcome to another adventure with me. This time we're picking up straight after work on a Friday afternoon and we're driving across to Buttermere in the Lake District for a nice solo hiking weekend. So I thought I might actually do some wild swimming today, but seeing the waterfall and the rise of snow, it is freezing. I'm not sure if I am up for any wild swimming after all. Maybe tomorrow I will be. But yeah, today it's quite late already. It's 7 o'clock, and I know that they only serve food till 8, so I need to go and I can actually get some dinner. And then it's gonna be dark, so I might just stay in today. Maybe go for like a tiny little walk. Maybe a run. We'll see. Luckily, I did make it in time, so I managed to get some dinner in my accommodation. But then I really wanted to go back outside because the light was just so beautiful. It was fresh after rain, and somehow it was so much warmer than it's been all day, so I just could not resist going down to one of the lakes and going for a little evening stroll. I also took my swimming stuff just in case I was tempted to go for a little evening swim. Like someone pinch me, how is this place real? There's this sheep hiding in those ancient woods. There's this beautiful valley with a sunset happening, and there's this beautiful lake ahead of me, which you can't probably see yet. But yeah, I have no words. It's beautiful. I have decided that indeed I am going to swim. Some people further ahead, so I'm talking really quiet, but yes, I am going to swim. Really excited. Putting on my swimming socks. Good morning, it is 5 a.m. and the dawn chorus just begun. And yeah, I was hoping I'll be actually halfway on my hike already at this point, but I'm not. It took me longer than I anticipated to get ready in the morning, but at least I got up. Yay! Yeah, so hopefully we'll see the sunrise. It's not over the horizon yet, so I still have a little bit of time to catch it. The sunrise was beautiful, and it turned out I wasn't the only person with the same idea. There were quite a few people on the hill actually. However, I severely underestimated how cold it was going to be up on that hill. It was extremely windy and I was absolutely freezing. I should have taken my gloves. I was trying to draw, but my hands just would not cooperate with me, so by the time it was time to go down, I was so happy and I was so hungry as well, so I was really grateful that there was a warm breakfast waiting for me at the hostel. So it's time for a second hike of the day. So this morning I've been on the northern bank and now I'm gonna be on the southern bank of the lake. And there is a waterfall I really want to see. Apparently it's really high. I don't know if you can get all the way up to it. I'll try. And it's about halfway, sorry, that's a big hill, halfway up to the hill. And then I'll see how I feel. Maybe I will climb the hill, maybe not. It's a big hill. So cut me some slack here. I've already done a hike in the morning. I might just want to chill in the sun. If it's too windy up there, we'll see. So yeah, shall be decided later. So there's actually absolutely zero signal around Battamia, so if you're coming here, don't rely on your mobile data because you're not gonna have any data, you're not gonna have any signal, you won't be able to place any calls, and the Wi-Fi here is pretty crappy too, at least in my accommodation. So yeah, take it as an offline holiday if you may. What it means as well though is that if you are relying on any apps for maps, those will be unavailable for you unless you have an offline version, which I don't. So I just took a bunch of screenshots and now I'm trying to figure out which way I need to go. Luckily I can read maps, so if I'm reading it correctly I should like take a gentle turn around this dip between those two mountains. So whenever I see a path that kind of is going in the right direction and is in the right place, I'm gonna take it and see what happens. Okay, this is what I've been saving my battery for. Scaleforce is the tallest waterfall in the Lake District, and as you can see, it just would not fit into my camera frame. If you want to get close to it, it is a bit of a tricky climb, so unless you're confident, I wouldn't recommend climbing up. Yeah, so that's the waterfall done, and I really regret not bringing my neoprene socks because I wanted to get closer, but it was so slippy. So basically taking my shoes off was a slippery death sentence, so I couldn't make it. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is I love it. I'm not lonely at all, as I've been worried about. In fact, I just want to be walking. I want to do this all day and every day and just walk. It's just so liberating, and it's like, I mean, if it was pouring down it probably would be quite miserable, but the fact that it's such a gorgeous day and there's barely anyone around and I'm just having the best day, and I'm so happy. I am so happy and at peace. And despite my early hesitation, I ended up climbing the big hill after all. It was the Red Pike. The views on the top are definitely worth it. They're beautiful, and you also get a view of this lovely little tarn on the top of the hill. Hello! I stopped filming all the descent because my battery was really low, but I got home okay around 5 o'clock, and there was no one in my accommodation, so I had a shower and I just wanted to go for like a little power nap before people start checking in, and I ended up sleeping for 2 hours and no one checked in the meantime, so maybe I'll be on my own. But now I'm actually hungry, and it's past 7, and I hope in the village they're still serving food. After dinner, I took a short walk toward Buttermere Lake. I wanted to scout out some locations for taking pictures, but I was too tired to do anything and the sun was already setting, so I decided to come back in the morning instead before breakfast to say my final goodbye to the lake. But this is the end of my trip. I was really worried that I'll be lonely on this trip, but it was the most amazing trip actually. I really enjoyed being with myself, and I definitely need to do this more often. So thank you for coming along with me on this little adventure. I hope to see you next time.